expression or application of human creative skill and imagination, typically in a visual form, producing works to be appreciated primarily for their beauty or emotional power. Being right-brained or using the right cerebral hemisphere is the ability to psychologically construct an individual's creative imagination, most often applied to artistic ability. Using this creative imagination, many famous artists, both in the present and in the past, used art therapy to either cope with their hardships they have faced or to aid them in their psychological problems. One of these artists being Vincent van Gogh. Some of the mental complications Van Gogh was faced with include temporal lobe epilepsy, which caused him to have frequent seizures, bipolar disorder, which would create extreme enthusiasm followed by extreme depression, anxiety, Thujon poisoning from drinking absinthe, a toxic alcohol which counters epileptic episodes, lead poisoning from the lead paints he used, hypergraphia, a condition of needing to write constantly, most likely connected to his epilepsy, and sunstroke from constantly painting outdoors. Another one of these artists was Jean-Michel Basquiat. After running away from home and growing up on the streets of New York City, Basquiat was faced with many social challenges, such as sleeping in a cardboard box in the park, participating in vandalizing buildings, and becoming heavily involved in drugs. Through his struggle, this starving artist embraced the only thing that gave him joy, his graffiti, which was clearly a heavy influence in his later works. Edvard Munch was another artist that used art therapy to cope with his psychological problems. Munch was afflicted with many psychological disorders, one of the most problematic being bipolar disorder, which caused him to have visual and auditory hallucinations, ultimately resulting in extreme depression, suicidal urges, shooting off the ring finger on his left hand, and the psychiatric hospitalization of 1908. Lastly, an installation artist, Louise Bourgeois. Bourgeois used her painfully traumatic emotional and psychological experiences to create intensely autobiographical sculptures which address the theme of adultery and explicit sexuality. These early childhood memories stemmed from her father's infidelity with her school tutor, who lived in their family's household. What exactly is art therapy? Art therapy is an integrative mental health profession that combines knowledge and understanding of human development and psychological theories and techniques with visual arts and the creative process to provide a unique approach for helping clients improve psychological health, cognitive abilities, and sensory motor functions. Although art therapy is most often used for chronic illnesses, it can also be used to cope with everyday stress. So grab your pencils.